Hey guys, how are you? Oh, let me put my headphones on. Y'all, it's been a little bit of a struggle today. Your girl is not feeling well. I had to what's today, Tuesday? We've been battling illness here for about a week, and guess who's got it now? Ding 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 ding. If you guessed me, you're right. Okay. Um Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. So yes, Toya is new here, guys. Everybody, Toya is new, and Toya says, "Hi, gang. I'm a new subscriber. Toya, welcome, 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 welcome." And well, okay. So I was gonna say, guess what? You're a gang star today, but you're a gang star anyway. Like we're all gang stars. Okay, period. Um, What's a gang star? You got here one, two, three first. Okay. You are the first three in the house, like Amber, Rhonda, and Juniper, right? Okay. So yes. Good morning. Good morning. If it's still morning where you are, good morning. If it's afternoon, good evening. You know what? We know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So okay, guys. I know we want to do the Dion reaction. I can't at this moment. We're gonna talk about a couple of things real quick, and I want to go through this document. I'm gonna try and do the Dion reaction a little bit later. I'm exhausted and I just don't have the brain power to listen to what up, player? And Daddy, you set the bar, you did this, you did that. I think we've all listened to it by now, but I know you guys want to go through it, and I do too. Greetings, Queen. Virgo says, finally caught another live. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Queen. Is it Queen Common Sense? Thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, I haven't even been able to take anything yet this morning just because I know I've got to go pick up Farah from school, and I don't want to be sitting around somewhere like totally passed out. So I'm going to wait till I pick her up, and I'm going to try and get some rest and then come back and then do the Dion video. Um feel better. I know you guys will be here. I know. But, sometimes stuff just, I mean, trust me, it's not a mad dash because I feel like you guys aren't going to be here. It's more so I want to react to it because that's just what I do. Okay. You know how it's like, your kitchen's not going anywhere, but you get up to go cook for the family anyway because that's just what you do. Or you know what I'm saying? The shower's going to be there, but you're not feeling well, but you go and take a shower anyway. The shower's going to be there. You know what I mean? I don't doubt that you guys are going to be here, and I know you guys aren't going to unsubscribe because I didn't show up for 2 days. It's not that. Trust me, it's okay. I've posted videos and posted a video the next week. It's okay. I'm not worried about that, and I understand. I'm just here because that's where I want to be. I'm just not up to doing certain things. You know what I mean? Mentally, sometimes there are just things I'd rather do, and then some things I'd rather not. So at this moment, I'd rather be here, but I also don't want to watch a video. Maybe that's how I should have said it. I don't feel like watching a video right now because mentally, I don't think that I can stand sitting here for an hour listening to Playa and Daddy. You the icon, Daddy. You taught me. You told me I needed to go and do this first. You set the standard, Daddy. Like I'm just not in the mood. I can't. Okay. Um. Let's see what you guys are saying. I move just. I move just I move just like that too. Take it easy, Queen. Yeah, I do like to stay, but they are exhausting. They're exhausting and snailish at the same time. Anyway, I want to read. Let's read. Okay, let's do that. Let's have a little bit of story time. Guys, Sonia has been in the comments. If you guys weren't on Love Lies and Lace Fronts this morning, you may or may not know about the comment that she left in my comment section almost 6 months ago. And I almost feel like, well, damn. I don't know. I wasn't looking for her 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. I just thought it was just another overzealous somebody in my comments. I had no idea. You think my reactions are so funny? Thank you, Loretta. You're so sweet. We're going to do what I promised. I don't have the brain capacity right now. I feel like let's do a little story time. And 6 months. Jay, where were you? Were you absent this morning? Oh, I'm sorry, Finesse. Finesse, I see you. Yes, where were you, Finesse? I did make it a standalone video, so I'll put that up after I finish with this. But it was at the beginning of the video this morning. Over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, we talked about it. Sis has been in my DM comments for a while. Okay. And I did not realize that was her. 6 months ago, she commented, you'll see it. I'm not even going to talk about it right now because we already talked about it at length earlier. But she was already coming up with scenarios, alibis, and reasons why Nesto had a computer with CP images on it. That was on June 30th. I posted the video and it shows that she commented 5 months ago. Now, what the date was she commented, I don't know. It might say it in my computer versus on my phone what the actual date was. Because, sometimes they'll say 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whenever the person commented. But sis has been in the comments. Anyway, let's get into it. I promised you guys this one. Let's talk about it. This might be too small. I'm trying to make it. Okay, maybe this is better. This is better. Hold on. Where am I? Am I here? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's get into some story time. And this is based on a true story, guys. This is based on a something that actually was alleged by a victim. And we are going to talk about it. Okay. Let's see. Let me do this. This will be fine. I'm sure this is a decommissioned plate. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. You guys ready? I know we're just basically jumping right on in. This is let me see which case this is. This is one of the theft by deceptions. I'm gonna have to cross-reference it to the actual the case number at this moment, but this is not one of the ones that were nole pros, okay? Let me fix this real quick. Is this no? We'll do it like this. Okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. This is a police report from the Roswell Police Department. I love your disdain. You love my disdain. I don't know if I have disdain for side chicks? I don't know. I don't know that I do. No, that's not me. I don't necessarily. Let me clear that confusion. I don't necessarily have disdain for side chicks. Let me just or maybe I need to get real with myself. Let's see. Feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's consideration or respect, contempt. Let me think. Maybe sometimes you have to have awareness and get real with yourself sometimes. Is it disdain? And such an appropriate name, consciously evolving. I'm consciously stepping into an awareness. Let me see. Would I have put a word like disdain to it? I feel like disdain gives it more credit. I I really don't recall a feeling for side chick. To be quite honest, I don't know that I have a feeling attached to it. Disdain is good. Unworthy, like irrelevant, absolutely. But I honestly had not earmarked like a adjective to it, but It's a good awareness, and I thank you for that. But I don't want it to come across as any type of hate or contempt or anything, because sis gives zero fucks. Okay, I do. I don't care that much, um, because I do stand on the fact that I don't think that she is the story. Let's keep in mind what the real story was when it came out. So 6 months ago, I was covering this story because I was like, Shirley, her husband did what? What? Shirley? The strawberry letter Shirley, right? Um, it's it was shocking to me, but I knew nothing about Nesto. I can't say I really cared much about Steve Harvey. I mean, Steve Harvey is a known entity out here. He is a known successful businessman, entertainer, all of those things. Um, but it wasn't it was just it was like, wow, Shirley's husband is like a whole bum, right? And that was 6 months ago, guys. Nobody even knew it, but Sonya was busy in the comments, y'all. Sis was busy capping in the comments. That will come out as soon as we're done here, okay? I think disdain, I'm gonna let it settle in, but yeah, I don't really have any particular feelings towards her. I just think that people who come through, I don't even care that she wants to wreck someone's marriage. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm into my own marriage. There's nobody's marriage that I'm into more than my own. Like, for real. I'm going to be so honest on that. Um I just think that she is she just demonstrates a quality of entitlement. She does. And thinks like that she's being cute, trying to Jedi mind trick the fact that she's trying to spin something that makes it seem like people are trying to make her into more than what it is. No one's trying to make her into anything. She's trying to find a place to fit in. She is legit going after her 5 minutes of fame. Nobody's shopping interviews for her. Nobody asked her to interview. Nobody's doing anything. She's looking for opportunities. Okay. Anyway, I don't know where unconsciously evolving went. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Some people these days, I don't know if that's even like Sonya has many faces and names, clearly, right? We don't know who anybody is. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let's not let anyone change the direction of what we have that we want to get done, because I'm going to start to be like, Sonya, is that you? Okay. A long time, sis. I'm going to put the video out. The video will be out in a little bit. If you would have been over at Love Lies and Lace Fronts this morning, you would have already heard this, but that's okay. I'm not going to hold it against y'all that you're not watching both channels. But you would have seen that this morning. But I'm going to put that out. It's already ready to go. All I have to do is hit premiere and you guys will have a chat room and everything. Okay. Girl, Sonya, is that you? Girl, that's the new one. Sonya, is that you? Hello, Sonya? Girl, is that you? Hello? Okay. On July 7th, some of this is going to seem a little redundant because we'd heard some of this before, but that's okay. Okay. You're on both channels. I know, Loretta. Girl, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who follows and supports on both. Hey, AK. Hey, Jackson. Good afternoon to everyone. Okay. You guys talk to yourselves. I'm going to start reading. Okay. Let's get into it. All right. You guys have been waiting for this since last week. On July 7th, 2022, Ernest Williams, I arrested on July 7th, 2022, Ernest Williams, I arrested on an outstanding warrant for theft by deception. Williams had been renting a home at 980 Pine Grove Road and had not been paying the rent. The landlord, Mark Kroll, filed a report with the Roswell Police Department stating that Williams owed in excess of $26,000. Kroll stated that he believed there was illicit activity happening at the home located at 980 Pine Grove Road, as there were multiple vehicles sitting in the driveway, to include a Bentley, two Harley Davidson motorcycles, and an ambulance. Kroll stated that he conducted a walkthrough of the home per the rental agreement. So he lawfully entered the dwelling and stated that there was hardly any furniture in the house and the home looked as if no one was living there and the tenants had been there for 3 months. So he was concerned for a couple of different reasons. One, you're in the hole for me for $26,000. There's a bunch of cars parked out front. There's no furniture here. And maybe he was concerned that people secured the house and skipped out on the rent. Okay? Like something's going on and per his lease with the tenant, he had a right to go into the place, right? He had a right to enter the dwelling. Um look, I don't know what the look, this is the deal. Um that might be how you feel. Is it S hence? I don't have any feelings. I don't have an adjective to attach to any of this at this moment. And I do, believe it or not, I mean, I'm firm in I have my own opinions, but I don't I don't really go into titles too much, titles and adjectives quickly. I do find adjectives for Sonia on a regular basis. But as the Virgo that I am, I don't like to be kind of forced into anything. But if you guys feel disdain, that's on y'all. For me, it's okay. Like you guys just I'm the moderator of this conversation, but it if it makes you feel better for me to attach an adjective to it, I'm gonna have to come up with one. Okay. I don't have one at the moment. So I don't have any disdain for her. I don't know her. Um, you guys may have feelings. I don't have any feelings. Like this is a very interesting story to me. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any feelings on it. I know it might seem weird, but I just don't. I'm really good at compartmentalizing like feelings and facts. And the fact is for me, this is a job and telling these stories to you guys and providing this entertainment. I don't get a whole lot of feelings over it. Hopefully that makes sense. Who's this person over there writing? I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys talk. Moderators, do your jobs. Pay attention because I feel like there might be some trolls in the house. And let's keep going. Okay. Kroll stated that he conducted a walkthrough of the home per the rental agreement and stated that there was hardly any furniture in the house, and he walked and in the house and the home looked as though looked as if no one was living there, but the tenants had been there for 3 months. I began my investigation into the case and conducted a search warrant 030244 subsequent to Williams' arrest on his vehicle, which is registered to his wife, Shirley Strawberry, a white 2017 Ford F-350 dually truck assigned license plate number that which I'm sure is at this moment, I'm sure it's got to be just decommissioned. And VIN number, blah. While conducting the search, there were multiple items seized to include a GTAC computer, an iPhone, a black bag with various documents. Other items found in the vehicle were two black dildos, a black mask with zippers, and liquid Viagra. Through further investigation of the documents, it was found that the Bentley was in repossession as Williams had stopped paying the car note and other documents, which prompted us to obtain search warrants for 980 Pine Grove Road as well as 990 Pine Grove, where the defendant of the where where the co-defendant of the case, Erica King, was living. I found that Williams had other active arrest warrants in Henry County, the city of McDonough, related to larceny, theft, by conversion, where a check was written and tendered by Williams for the purchase of a trailer for $9,385.03. The check was returned non-sufficient funds in his Wells Fargo account. The city of South Fulton for theft by deception. Additionally, I found Williams had an active warrant in Santa Clarita, California for fraud with within state extradition only. As the investigation furthered, Williams was charged with theft of services and deposit account fraud, 7 counts of conspiracy to commit felony, 4 counts of child pornography, rape, aggravated backdoor, sexual battery, aggravated sexual battery, and human trafficking. And all the case numbers are provided. On October 13th, 2022, at approximately 800 hours, Detective Gooden was present with Officer Natalie Fields for an interview of Gail at Roswell Police Department. Officer Fields identified Gail, or the victim, as another fraud theft victim of Ernest Williams during the investigation. The victim advised that sometime around 2009, 2010, during the housing market crash, she met Williams in Atlanta. She was looking for investors to help her launch a new business plan locally. During that period, she got to know Williams, but stepped away from him after his continued solicitations for money. Well, Lavette, keep in mind this is the arrest document. This is the investigation. They're documenting at the time what they confiscated. They wouldn't have had time to do forensics at the time that they are documenting what was confiscated. So, due to the confiscation of the items, that's when things are given to be investigated. And then, upon investigation, they release the report of what is in there. But I guess to your point, okay, so to your point, when they're saying child pornography, okay, so this particular at this moment, the car had already been confiscated, and if they are saying child pornography, then I guess they would have known. So to your point, yes, they would have known. Um, did that computer have that? Well, they didn't say. They didn't say. They said one of the devices in there on a particular device, that's where the child pornography was. They never stated it was the computer. They didn't state whether it was the phone. They did not. So I'm sorry, I misread your comment. They never said which one it was. So yes. I think we talked about that, but yeah, they were never specific. But Sonya's already creating alibis and storylines as to why something is where it is. Okay. I found that okay. Where am I? On October 13th, approximately 800 hours, Detective Gooden was present with Officer Natalie Fields for an interview with the victim at Roswell Police Department. Officer Fields identified the victim as another fraud theft victim of Ernest Williams. Okay, let me fast forward because I think I got to this part. The victim advised that sometime around 2009, 2010, during the housing market crash, she met Williams in Atlanta while she was looking for investors to help her launch a new business plan locally. During the period, she got to know Williams and stepped away from him after his continued solicitations for money. The victim advised that she did loan Williams $1,000 and he paid it back as agreed. The victim knew that Williams was married to Carol Lamar at the time and was operating a barbershop. During 2015, the victim ran into Williams in Atlanta. Williams advised that he had a new business which he wanted to show the victim. The victim agreed to meet Williams. I think someone just dropped me a cash app. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, did I get another one? Oh, thank you. So I'm gonna say, was this today? Today at 2:57, and so I'm gonna say someone sent me a cash app to help with documents. I'm gonna just say A1, you know who you are, and then I'm gonna say JH, you know who you are. So thank you both very much. Let me see. Thank you, ladies. Okay. Um, During 2015, the victim ran into Williams in Atlanta. Williams advised that he had a new business that he wanted to show the victim. The victim agreed to meet Williams at his barber shop located on Peachtree Street near Far Road. Williams' business at the time involved private coaches, motorhomes. Williams told the victim he was looking for investors for his new business. Williams also told the victim that he was getting married and that, so girl, you know, I hate to say it. So she met him and he was married. She now is meeting him again. He's single, but he's getting married. So Williams told the victim that he was getting married um and that victim knows who he's marrying. The victim told Williams she was not familiar with his fiance but congratulated him. Williams then told the victim that he was engaged to Shirley Strawberry. The victim was unfamiliar with Shirley Strawberry, and Williams explained that she was from the Steve Harvey show. He wanted to make sure she knew who his boo thing was. Okay, that's how I take it. Because she said she didn't know her. Then he said he told her again, and then he told her again. The victim then congratulated Williams again. Williams then asked the victim about her business interests, and the victim told him that she is doing the same thing she did when they previously met. The victim advised that the meeting with Williams concluded and she went on her way. Williams later connected with the victim on Instagram and advised that his phone number was such and such. Okay. During 2018, Williams contacted the victim via Instagram and requested the victim's phone number, which she supplied. Wow. So he said this 2015, I'm getting married. Girl, 2018, they should call this and spun the block. Okay. Number 8, spin the block. 2018, he contacted her via Instagram and requested the victim's phone number, which she supplied. During June of 2021, Williams contacted the victim again and requested her number, which she supplied again. Williams called the victim from phone number blah blah blah. During the conversation, the victim advised that she was still working in real estate and was looking to venture out and establish herself as a builder and own her own company. Williams asked the victim if the victim needed anything. The victim explained that what she needed was to connect with people with certain skill sets that could help her business. Williams continued to push and began asking about funding the project, at which point Williams sold the victim on his ability to get investors. The victim accepted Williams' offer to help her find investors willing to assist with getting her new business started. Additionally, the victim accepted Williams' help with helping her find a commercial location that she would use to operate her business. Gooden asked why she went to Williams, and she advised that she went to and trusted Williams because he appeared to have improved his life and now had the right relationships to be successful and believed he would introduce her to investors, people with money for her project at the time. So because he's again attached to Steve Harvey through his wife, Shirley Strawberry, and maybe he was dropping that he, Charles Barkley and all of his famous clientele, maybe that's what she was thinking. Well, now he's in with Atlanta's, more of Atlanta's prime. So maybe this might help me get what I need, right? The victim explained that Williams told her it was going to be a process and convinced her that she needed to change her image so that she could go to the next level. So now he's an image consultant like Kevin Samuels. Um, Williams then convinced the victim to front monies for his services and payments to assistants that would go towards the total package that she would be receiving. The victim was asked that she thought what she thought the package would include. She advised that she believed she would be getting help with locating and acquiring office space and investors with no Here's a real estate agent who is not using a real estate agent. I think she was also involved in hair too. We saw her in a video. But this woman is also a real estate agent and she's having a non-licensed real estate agent help her to find office space. Okay. I mean, couldn't she find her own real estate? Like that just, and I know there's a difference between residential and commercial, but ma'am, really? Okay. But she said that she thought that it was going to be helping locate and acquire office space and investors. William also convinced her that she needed a different car and a motor coach to meet with clients. At the time, the victim owned a 2021 Mercedes Benz that was without a lien, so she owned it outright. Williams convinced her to sign the title to her 2021 Mercedes Benz bearing vehicle ID number so that he could sell or trade it for another vehicle for her to improve her image. Do you imagine you got some guy convincing you to sign over your vehicle so he can go pick you up another vehicle, not your husband? Some man who was begging you for money once upon a time that you chose to not do business with, and you just hand him over the title to your car? Williams sent his assistant, aka Dominique, to pick up the Mercedes. The victim advised that there was a bald, unknown black male with her. I'm not even going to say who I think that was. I'm just not even going to say, but I think I have a feeling I think I know who that was, but I could be wrong. Player, what's up, player? On June 23rd, 2021, the victim secured 3 cashier's checks from BB&T account that were made payable to Danielle, Danille, Dramons, Dranonds. When she figured out he could not spell, who do you think gave her the spelling to this right here? Danielle Dranons, later changed to Danielle Diamonds. He probably spelled that wrong. Make a check payable to Danielle Dranons, later changed to Danielle Diamonds for $20,000. A check for AA, aka Dominique, for $6,000, and Olivia for $5,000. Okay, so right there, $31,000 cashier's checks from BB&T. Gooden later found Danielle Diamonds and Co. is located in America's Mart, 250 Spring Street, Southwest in Atlanta. Williams told the victim to issue another cashier's check to Danielle Diamonds, to which The victim contacted BB&T to authorize the issuance of a new check. Gooden contacted Danielle Diamonds and spoke with the owner. Do we recall that Shirley called Nesto and told him that Ty the jeweler called him and told him that someone from Roswell Police Department called her and was asking about some receipts? Gooden contacted Danielle Diamonds and spoke with the owner, and she recalled Williams coming into her store and tendering a check for merchandise. Spoke with her, and she recalled Williams coming in, okay, and tendering a check for merchandise. Legal process for information about the transaction is forthcoming. So I just put a check mark next to that. But remember, Ty from Danielle Diamonds told Shirley she thought it was a scam. She didn't say anything. Well, come to find out on the police report, yeah, she told the police that she actually remembered that. And I guess they are still getting the documentation so she could turn over the receipt. But nonetheless, she still did call Shirley. The fact that Shirley knew and made a phone call regarding that tells us right there that that actually did happen, because neither one would know either thing had, like, we wouldn't know that Ty got the phone call had Ty not called Shirley and Shirley not told Nesto about it. And also, this corroborates Ty calling Shirley, because it's documented on this report that someone did reach out and talk to the owner, which is Ty, about the transaction, right? So, okay, just a little bit of, now we know. It's like things are like, oh, okay, they said that. Well, actually, so and so said that too. That makes sense. So that actually probably did happen. It may not have happened exactly the way they're saying it happened, but we know that something like that did happen, right? On June 29th, 2021, Williams purchased, in the names of Nesto's Elite Private Security LLC, a 1998 Prevost Royale coach for $90,000 from Wildcat RV in Corbin, Kentucky. To complete the transaction, Williams convinced the victim to send $90,000 to Wildcat. Wired The victim wired $70,000 from her BB&T business account and $20,000 from her Chase personal account to Wildcat RV sales business account on June 29th. I'm like, what is that? A bird? Okay. I'm sorry, I was looking out the window. I saw something crawling. Okay. Again, the victim was led to believe that this vehicle purchase was intended for her to meet with future clients. The victim opposed to Williams putting the vehicle in his business name and requested that he transfer it to her name, but he never did. So let's just wind that back. So Nesto went and bought a 1998 Prevost Royal. So Prevost, as far as I know, I was watching something on RVs recently, and Prevost RVs are like top of the line RVs. But nonetheless, that's damn 23 years old. Okay. Um, okay, so 23 years old. So then she wired, so for $90,000. Okay, and then she sent 70, spent 20. Again, Nesto, it sounds like Nesto put the vehicle in his name. She was opposed to it. She asked him to not do that. He did it anyway. The victim traveled with Williams to Destin, Florida, to the green waters. The victim traveled with Williams to Destin, Florida, so that she could get in the water and cleanse herself so that she could move forward. Are we together? The person who's asking, Nesto was driving the F-350. Shirley was driving the Mercedes G-Wagon. The Mercedes G-Wagon got seized. The only car that was in Shirley's name was the F-350, but she wasn't driving the F-350. She was driving the Mercedes G-Wagon that got confiscated. It was in Nesto Elite Security's name, and they didn't consider that to be a real company, and it got seized and it's gone. I think it might have been in repo anyway. That all the cars seem to be in repo, as far as I know. Now, is that actual? There may have been one that was not, but let's just say the one car that Shirley was able to get back was the F-350. Everything else was either seized for one or two other reasons, along with potentially being in repossession. Okay. Um, so he bought the victim. The victim and Williams traveled to the green waters of Destin so that she could get into the waters and cleanse herself so that she could move forward. Okay. August 21st, 2021, Williams purchased in the name of Nesto's Elite Private Security LLC a 2002 Prevost Liberty for $210,000 from Premium Coach Group in Gilbert, Arizona. That transaction included the trade of the Prevost Royale, okay, purchased with the monies from on June 29th, 2021, and the 2021 Mercedes bearing the VIN number boom, which was paid in full on 5/13/2021 in the amount of $70,410. So she had already paid off her Mercedes. She paid it off. I don't know if that was the whole sale price, but he bought this Prevost Liberty using he using the Prevost Royale and the Mercedes. Those two vehicles gave him a trade-in credit of $150,000 per premium coach. The remaining $60,000 was provided in the following manner. During August 21st, 2021, Williams provided $10,000 cash and wrote a check in the amount of $50,000 drawn from SunTrust Bank belonging to Nesto's Elite Security. The check was later returned NSF. For those of you who don't know, non-sufficient funds. Okay. On September 15th, 2021, Williams initiated a wire transfer to Premium Coach Group of $20,000 from SunTrust Bank belonging to Ernest L. Williams, reference number da 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 da. On October 4th, Williams initiated a wire transfer to Premium Coach Group for $30,000 belonging to Nesto's Elite Private Security. Note, Williams never informed or consulted with the victim about this transaction. Williams later showed the 2002 Prevost Liberty and told her he upgraded her to a newer coach. Again, Williams registered and bought this vehicle in the name of Nesto's Elite Private Security. On June 30th, Williams purchased in the name of Nesto's Elite Private Security a 2021 Mercedes-Benz G550 truck for $189,000 from Wade Ford in Smyrna, Georgia. That transaction included the trade of the girl. That transaction included the trade of the 2002 Prevost Liberty and a 2009 Freightliner business class valued $28,000. During Williams' arrest on July 7th, 2022, he had a key for the Mercedes G-Wagon in his belongings. Williams explained that he had just purchased that for his wife's birthday. So he took that lady's money, her cash money, and her car and flipped it to another motor coach and then flipped that motor coach to buy Shirley a G-Wagon. And as he's getting arrested, he's singing during Williams' arrest on July 7th. He had a key for Mercedes G-Wagon in his belongings. Williams explained, he said, this is on the document, Sonia. So if you're in the bushes, you can't say, like, this is what they said. He said that he had just purchased that vehicle for his wife's birthday. His wife birthday. Williams is married to Shirley Strawberry, and her birthday is July 28th, 1954. Was noted, the victim was noted, informed by Williams that this transaction, after repeated attempts to have her car and her money returned to her after Williams failed to deliver services, her convinced her he could provide. Okay. That sentence reads a little weird. The victim was informed by Williams of this transaction. Maybe not. The victim was not informed, but it says noted, if you can see that. It's a little hard to read, but it says the victim was probably not informed by Williams of this transaction after repeated attempts to have her car and or money returned to her after Williams failed to deliver services to her. He convinced her he could provide. Odd sentence, but we get the gist of it. The victim was provided text messages that reflect her communication. The victim has provided text messages that reflect her communications with Williams about their business and her demands to return her property due to him misleading and defrauding her. I'm just wondering, and I know this is the victim and everything, but was anything ever spelled out on paper? Was there ever a contract? Like, what in the world? The victim has provided text messages that reflect her communications with Williams about their business and her demands to return her property due to misleading and defrauding her. Based on the information contained herein, I believe that Ernest L. Williams, aka Nesto Williams, aka Nesto, intentionally, I just love this. I believe that Ernest L. Williams, aka Nesto Williams, aka Nesto, intentionally deceived the victim as to his ability to assist her with locating investors for her business proposal, and intentionally obtained her property as discussed herein through a deceitful means, which the intention of depriving the owner of $191,000 $191,410.53 of property. I obtained warrants for Williams, theft by deception, felony, and here's the warrants. Okay? Girl. I think so, sis. They didn't go into that part, but I think maybe when they traveled to Destin to the green waters, that was possible. I just love how he very coolly flipped her money. Let's just talk about 11 right here. So she has a Mercedes free and clear. He takes her Mercedes. So on June 29th, he goes and gets this Prevost Royale for $90,000. She sends $70,000 and $20,000. But he's still sitting on her Mercedes. Hi, CA. How are you, boo boo? So she sends money, 70,000 and 20,000 from her account. Okay. But he's still sitting. Look at this, June 29th, August 21. So he got $90,000. He got her to get this Royale coach. Then he goes to Arizona. He gives up the Royale coach, but he also gives it with the Mercedes valued at $70,000. So he takes her 90 and then wraps it up in here with the Mercedes valued at 70,000. They give him a $150,000 credit, which meanwhile she gave $90,000 and her car she had just paid off for 70. That's 160. And his bird brain behind takes $150 credit. So off the top, the sis loses $10,000. Okay. The remaining $10,000, I guess somehow he wrote a check for NSF, but he ended up wiring them some money. Where he got it from, who knows? But don't forget, initially, he got a $20,000 check from her for Danielle Diamonds and $6,000 to his assistant Dominique and $5,000 to Olivia. So that's $31,000 right there. Yeah, that's pretty much the total. 31,000, the 70,410.53. Okay. So that's like 101,410.53 plus the 90 that she transferred cash from her business accounts. Okay. Like sis was doing well for herself. So he wasn't just targeting teachers who had $3,000 credit here and a little bit of credit there and a little bit, a couple hundred little dollars driving a paid off car. This is a sis who was doing well for herself and had cash, who had like money. She had a house in her, like she had liquid assets, which are tangible assets that you don't have to cash in or anything. Well, a car is not liquid, but in a way, it was used as a liquid asset. Liquid, she had almost $200,000 accessible, and he went and he was trying to get all that. Okay. Can you believe that? That's what is alleged by Roswell. Now, I'm sure he's going to say, according to Sonia and her big mouth, all of that civil, take that to civil court. So in a way, it's almost like she's admitting it. Not that he's not even saying that this didn't happen, or I don't know what you're talking about. She said that any of these matters are civil and should be treated as such. This is just a mess. But yeah, guys, this is one of the theft by deception, and this has not been dropped. According to Sonia, she feels like everything is nothing, and that her man, her guy, her friend, her buddy, her motivational speaker dude is completely innocent, and the bloggers are spinning. Nobody is dealing with facts. Nobody is looking up factual information. These are the facts of the case. This was emailed to me in a secure portal by Roswell Police Department, as per a request, a Freedom of Information request that was approved and completed on yesterday. Okay. This is not gossip. This is not gossip. This is documentation as to one of the reasons why Sir is sitting in jail at this moment. Okay. I just thought I would bring that to you guys because I know it's been a minute since maybe some of you have heard that. Those are the facts of the case as it has been illustrated by Roswell. And that's it, and that's all. Nesto should serve 1 day for every dollar he stole. And hard-earned money too. Thank you, Whiskey. I appreciate that. You know, moms don't get sick days, y'all. I gotta go still go get on that damn on the girl, I was about to say on that damn pickup line. Girl, moms don't get sick days, right? Yes. It's the flipping, it's the, the flipping of the money, the washing, if you will, of monies from place to place to place to place. Which is why he's sitting and they're talking Rico. You know what I mean? Seems like Dominique showed up in many places. It seemed like, he had another friend, Mr. Player, calling Mr. Josh Jones, pretending to be a lawyer. Erica was playing lawyer. We've had several people show up playing lawyers. We've had people playing assistants, all kinds of stuff, guys. All right. Anyway, um, guys, we will definitely get into the Dion episode. Excuse me, guys, because your girl has been under the weather. Okay, I'm doing my best, but I wanted to bring this to you guys because I promised it to you last week, and I had to get a better copy because what I had was no bueno. And when I come to Bougie Gang, I want it nice and crispy. So I requested my own copy, and that came through on yesterday. Um, and I'm trying to run down the list of his cases. So at a certain point, maybe in the next few weeks, by the first of the year, and things get rolling again, maybe we will have had an opportunity to review all of the facts of the case, says, right? That way we are good and knowledgeable so that if there is an indictment, we are fully prepared to understand what's going to be happening. And if for whatever reason something goes a different way, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do my best to try to bring you guys all of the facts of the pending cases so we can read through them, have a little bit of story time, have a little bit of conversation, and keep it moving. We'll read this again on Thursday. Thursday is call in day. I feel like I should just make Thursday, like, I know it's call in day, but I feel like I should um we'll do this on Thursday. I'm playing around with what's going to be our official members and mods day. Maybe I'll do that on Tuesday, but I feel like Thursday is such a good day. Um I don't know. We'll see. We're going to see. I'm going to let the members vote what day they want to be members and mods, and then we'll figure that out. Because Mondays on Love Lies and Lace Fronts is members and mods. I hope you feel better soon. I am. I mean, I'm kind of walking sick right now. But my throat doesn't hurt. I do have a little bit of a headache, but I didn't want to take too much Tylenol because I knew I got to go get boo boo, and when I get back home, I'm going to be resting for real. And I'm going to see what I can do. Maybe we can talk later tonight, but if not, it's okay. We'll get into it tomorrow. I'm one of these type of people that I feel really good. Even when I'm sick, I feel good in the morning. By the time this time of day rolls around, sis ready to get up under some covers. Okay. Okay. Dominique could be singing. As quiet as it's kept, Dominique could be singing. I think that there is a ring. Um, there are also, remember Dre talked about Dominique. Dominique was in California. Dominique was curious about what Nesto was doing. And Dominique wanted Nesto to know that she had left her boo thing, had broken up. If you haven't listened to the Dre call where I shared on my community post a few weeks ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago, when these latest Dre calls came out, maybe like a day or two later. Just look at my community post. Nesto looks like he has on like a silver blouse. Um, Check that video out. That video is where he's asking about Dominique. Okay. I think that there is a ring. They are slow to investigate the ring and letting the Lamonts and Dominique's run loose. Yeah, Dominique knows a lot. If there's someone out here that knows a lot, it's AA. Okay. She knows she knows a lot. She might know, like how they say in the mafia where the bodies are buried. She might know something. Okay. Now, this video I'm gonna put up in a little bit. Um, Sonia said that somebody who had something to do with some furniture was over here dropping her name. This is my theory on Sonia in the comments. I think Sonia has plenty of names. I think Sonia wanted to get out here on YouTube. This is what I think. And I'm not saying this is what I know for facts. This is what I think. I think Sonia has plenty of names. Sonia was out here doing her own dirty work. Sonia was planting a story with Nesto so she could make it look like she's defending herself because he's with the shits. And I think that Sonia has been planning her coming out party on YouTube for a minute. And nobody cares enough to out her. Sis been outing herself. This weirdo has been in the comments. And I think I've gotten most of the comments that are under WBLK news. And I'm going through everything with a fine tooth comb. The video that I'm gonna put up that I talked about today on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. Um, I just I don't believe I don't believe the narrative. I believe that Sonia created some personas. She's created a reason and something to give her permission to get out here and do what she wanted to do because she knows she's using Nesto for one reason or another. But whatever the reason's going to be, it's going to benefit her. And she wants to be out here because 6 months ago, we didn't even know. We knew that there were phone calls that existed because that's why I went and commented when I found that channel called Phone Calls from Prison and said, hey, can you look this up? They say there's some calls from a girlfriend and he might, whatever the comment is, it's in there somewhere. Look under Susan Smith or Alex Murdoch. It's in there. Okay. It's in there. There weren't even any calls yet, but she was already commenting. She's known about my channel. Low key, she's known about my channel and she's been lurking the whole time. This woman is certified bananas. Okay. And that's it. And that's all. I'm going to let her have it at this point. Be on the lookout. I'm dropping a video. I'll drop it in like about at 3:00. Give you guys a chance to finish up this video. Any of you guys just now coming in, but make sure, if you didn't catch Love Lies and Lace Fronts this morning, it's okay. It's about 15-minute video and it's going to explain this comment. And I'm going through the other comments and I'm going to figure like, sis, you done got a lot of people's full attention. I hope you don't think that you're like the smartest person out here because smart people shut the fuck up and sit down. And that's all I'm going to say. You are not the smartest person in the room. And it's like you want people's attention and you're going to end up screwing your boy. Okay. You're going to make things bad for your boy. And that's going to be your own problem. Like at the end of the day, that's going to be completely your total problem. But honestly, most people that are smart, that have something going on that they don't want other people knowing that they have going on, usually be real quiet and still. And if he knew that you were out here moving like this, see, that's why Shirley is smart. This is a whole shit show. And if these weirdos go ahead and continue to incriminate themselves and act silly and slow, they're all going to have problems. And Shirley's going to be collecting her $1 million salary every year and having a good time and continuing to live her life and thanking God that she moved around. Okay. But Sonia, girl, I think Sonia has been doing a lot out here. I think Sonia created a whole entire scenario for her to justify to Nesto why she's out here windmilling. And because he is a creep and he's with the shits, he's like, go for it. So now, if you guys don't know, if you didn't watch the video from last night, her video or mine, she's out here getting ready to do an interview with something called Stiletto Bosses. She hadn't dropped an email. She hadn't dropped a link. She hadn't dropped any. How would people even know how to get to this interview? So she must not really want the people who are interested in the case to know about it. She's probably trying to get a whole new audience of people that sympathize with side chicks and slurs. Okay. Anywho, I'm gonna let y'all go. Um, you guys have a wonderful day. Loose lips sink ships. They absolutely do. Never were wiser words said, Robin. Absolutely. That is a tried and true expression. Loose lips sink ships. Okay. She's implicating girl. She's not only implicating herself, she's gonna get herself on the damn witness list. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Have a good afternoon. I will see you guys a little bit later if I can make it. If not, you'll see me, girl. I'll holla at y'all. Make sure to holla at me in the comments. Let me know what your theory is. What do you think of my theory? If you made it this far in the video, you're on the replay. What do you think? What is your theory? Why has Sonia been so pressed for so long? Okay. Is there information about her out here? Like, is there something else we need to know, sis? Why are you so pressed? Why everybody can't be lying, but according to her, everybody's lying, guys. Okay. Tell me what your theories are down below. Tap in and make sure to let me see you at 3 o'clock on this video. It'll post in about 20 minutes. I will have a chat room with it so you guys can chitty chat and hear everything because I'm sure a lot of you you guys hadn't heard this. Okay. If you saw Love Lies and Lace Fronts this morning, then you did. But if you did not, come back at 3 o'clock. It's gonna be we're going to get into it. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. I will see you guys a little bit later. And okay. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.